On Tuesday, February 15th, 2011, the Foo Fighters, an arena act, played a small secret gig at the Troubadour in West Hollywood, and I was there. So if this is your first time to my channel, please subscribe. That would be awesome. But back in 2011, I used to drive down to Los Angeles from Sacramento probably at least once every few months to go see different bands. Steel Panther was the reason for my trip that time. After the show, I went to my hotel room, and I was planning on driving home probably the next day, but as I was on the internet, I kept seeing people arguing on Facebook and Twitter on the Foo Fighters page, saying that that they knew where they were going to play their next secret show, and they had just played the Roxy a few days before, as seen in the Back and Forth documentary. But I figured there was no way I could be that lucky to see them in a small club. So I just kind of said whatever and went to bed. I have a connection to the Foo Fighters because they were my first concert ever, and I love Nirvana. But when I woke up the next morning, I was just planning on spending the day at Redondo Beach, and I kept seeing these people arguing back and forth, and some people were saying it was going to be at Echoplex or this place or that place, and I just got something to eat, and I'd say about an hour later there was a guy who said he knew for sure it was going to be at the Troubadour, and he said, "You guys think what you want, but I'm going to see the Foo Fighters tonight at the Troubadour." And I think he uploaded a picture of their gear in front of the venue that had FF on it for Foo Fighters. So I got in my car and drove as fast as I could for about 40 minutes from where I was to get to the Troubadour, and I probably broke at least 50 traffic laws, but I drove past the Troubadour and I didn't see anything, and then I was at a stoplight and there was a park right across the street, and there were about 100 people in line. And so I was at the stoplight, and I was trying to make a left-hand turn, but I had to wait for the oncoming traffic to pass first. But when the light turned green, I floored it and I flipped a U-turn, and I cut everyone off and found a place to park, and I ran to get my spot. And I confirmed with the people there that, that they were in line to see Foo Fighters. And after about an hour, some people came out with an announcement. They said it was going to be $20 cash to get into the concert, and I think they were only selling 150 of them, even though it's a 500 capacity venue. And I got my little wristband, and they stopped selling them 5 people after me. So if I wouldn't have broke all those laws, I wouldn't have gotten in that night. I always joke around that nothing good ever happens to me, but it felt like I hit the lottery that night. Let's look at the set list. They played the whole Wasting Light album first, and it hadn't even been released yet. And a bunch of hits. At least 3 hours. And phone videos aren't what they are now, but this is what I captured that night a little bit.
Congratulations. 100 songs and played for 2.5 hours. But first, we played the whole entire new record and the whole entire thing. You understand?
Some guy was offering $400 to buy a wristband off someone, but there was no way I was going to miss it. I especially love the Troubadour because it's so small, and the fact that John Lennon and Harry Nilsson got kicked out one time for heckling Smothers Brothers. It's just a legendary club. But anyway, yeah, before that night, The Color and the Shape was by far my favorite Foo Fighters album. There's my Dave Grohl tattoo. I didn't think they could ever touch it, but Wasting Light's definitely my favorite now because the songs are really, really good, and it'll always remind me of that night that I got to see them. Well, hey, if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video, and this proves that sometimes good things can happen.